Hi. Come
Hello,
on in.
everyone.
Look who's here.
I'm Mommy.
It's Sunday with the mamas. I'm spending Sunday with the mamas, but we
And,
thought you'd stop in and so she could say hi.
and that's my daughter. I'm her
Yes.
mommy.
Yes, she is. You're never too old to need your mommy, right?
Oh,
So y'all been asking how she's doing, and I figured the proof is in the pudding. You get a chance to see her firsthand for yourself. You'll see me a little bit later with an order and something new that I'm going to be doing that I haven't even told. Well, I kind of told Mom about it. You're in Connie's little corner, and if you have been here before, you know where you are. If you're not and you're new, hi. Yeah, that makes me Connie, and her name is
Angel.
yes.
I'm the devil. I'm Angel.
No, what she said. She got that right. So anyway, for those of you that are new, you can go down below and you can grab my link. You can also grab my code, which is AFC95851 to get 30% off your first order, a $100 coupon bundle, and a whole bunch of other goodies. But Mama and I are going to go finish our day right now, and I will finish this video in a little bit. For you, it'll be a split second, but for me, it'll be a few hours while Mom and I finish enjoying our time together. And what I'm going to introduce to you is things that are going on just around the corner.
Around which corner?
That's the thing. Uh-oh, I got to tell him that. That's the part I haven't told him yet.
Oh, which corner?
Right? So I'll be back in a flash. So Mama, say bye for now.
Bye. See you later.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, I said it was only going to be a couple of minutes for you guys and a couple of hours for me, but actually it's been a couple of days. Mom and I did have a wonderful time together on Sunday. It was a blast. We had fun. We played a round of cards. She almost got me. I barely won, and I say barely, but we really enjoyed our time together. And then the you know what hit the fan on Monday and Tuesday, and I had some battles with Temu, which I will fill you in on later on in this video. But for now, let's get on with this Temu haul because I have 2 orders. Oddly enough, I just canceled 3 orders, which I'll tell you about that too, and I still have 3 or 4 more orders coming. So I haven't been too happy with Temu lately. Can't be happy with them all the time, right? That's something that is just a given for those of us who are avid shoppers. So this is a mix, and you're going to see what it is, but it's mostly outdoors stuff. Because y'all know I got a camping trip coming up, right? Well, I had to postpone my camping trip because of Temu. We won't go there just yet. We'll go there in a little while. So this item was, why didn't I price it? I don't know why I didn't price it. I didn't pay for it. All this stuff was free from credits, as usual, right? All right, let's see. Maybe I put a price in here somewhere. Nope, I didn't. Camping knife. When you're camping, ultimately you will always need some sort of a knife. This one has a nice latch. It locks in really, really good until you push here. Nice solid handle. Really sharp blade, very sharp blade. Okay, super sharp. You don't go boondocking or camping without having a good knife. Whether you're using it for, if you have to cut a line or if you have to cut a tether or something really quick, you don't bring scissors, bring a knife. If you're alone and your 12-year-old pit bull is sleeping on the job, you need a knife, right? There's crazy people out there. Yes, I know, crazier than me. Anyway, to get it to fold, you just pull on it and it unlatches. It folds down in its own little cubby space. The tip is not sticking out. This is heavy. It has some weight to it. It has a clip. You can see the clip right there. So I can clip it onto my slacks. I can clip it onto whatever I want to clip it on. I can have it handy. I can keep it in my pocket. Should I feel threatened, I have some self-defense. So, multi-purpose knife. Small, easy to handle, but solid. This is great. It does come in different colors. I got the one with the little blue trimming on it. And this cover is not plastic, by the way. This is metal. All right, this is all metal. There's no plastic in here whatsoever. Bonus. So there's my camping knife. I am going to be doing, when I get ready to go camping, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me video or videos so that you can see, okay, I'm getting ready. Here's my kitchen stuff. I'm getting ready. Here's my bathroom stuff or whatever I need. So you'll all see how I go, especially food prep. That's something I really want to show you because being a tent camper for my entire life, I've only ever camped in an RV one trip, and that was in 2022, and I hated it. I literally hated it. I wanted to be in a tent so bad where I could be outside cooking and whatnot. But anyway, $2.92. And this is a seriously beautiful, look at this wood grain and this brass. Can you guess what this is? I know it looks like a cigar, right? It's not. It's an ice pick. It screws together and it's tight. And there is one serious badass ice pick. Look at that. That is seriously sharp. Now, when I do prep for camping, I don't bring raw foods and pack them with a whole bunch of ice and you get the ice that melts. Everything I bring with me is frozen solid. All my meals are their own ice packs. My coffee's pre-made and frozen solid. My meals, with the exception of the eggs or any milk that I bring, everything is frozen solid. An ice pick is a must, all right? Yes, there will be some ice, but I need to break foods apart. There you go. Plus, not to mention, this is very easily disguisable in a hand. Makes a nice little self-defense weapon. You have to think about self-defense. When you're my age, well, any age, but you're a woman, there are people out there that tend to take advantage of us. Never underestimate me. That would be a big mistake. Protection and ice picking and whatever else I might need to stick. Don't go there. Nice little item. So there you go. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, okay. I'm going to hold off on that. Oh, okay. $3.97 is the value of these. Now remember, this is the value at the time that I ordered these things. The prices may have changed between now and then. Let me get my knife out. It doesn't want to open. There we go. 4 bowls. And these are what they call the rice bowls. These are the perfect size. These are each a little bit more, hold a little bit more than a cup. They're about 4 inches wide. If you can see them in my hand, that'll give you an idea of the size of them. They're not huge. They hold 1 cup, which is what a normal serving of cereal will be. They're perfect to hold a normal serving size of rice or a side salad. They're pretty sturdy. They have a little bit of flex to them, but not much. Very nicely made. I like the material. It is a plastic type material, but it's not flimsy at all. They're very, very solid. They're more solid than a Tupperware bowl. So I've gotten rid of all my old flexible Tupperware stuff, and I'm getting stuff like this. So there's a set of 4 for a couple of bucks. These are perfect for camping size, but I'm probably not going to bring them camping with me because I have other things that I use when I go camping. But great idea for these, just to have regular, appropriate size bowls. They're too small for soup, but they're perfect for putting fruit in or putting a little bit of vegetables in, putting a morning of cereal in, something along those lines. Absolutely. I'm digging in the bag. Hello. I'm leaning forward towards you and digging in the bag. Oh, okay. I'm going to wait on that one. 57 cents for 100 pieces. Now, these are again for the jewelry business, but these are even smaller than the last ones you saw. Look how itty bitty these are. These are barely about not even 2 inches this way and a little bit more than an inch that way. These are small, and I'm using these to put in like a small pair of earrings or charms or whatever. I am trying to minimize packaging. Those of you who did order, I think there's one person, Jean, if you're watching, I haven't gotten a response to my email from you yet regarding your jewelry requests. Everybody else, with the exception of, I think I shipped to Australia. I think. Everybody else should have gotten theirs by now. I don't know. I gave you all the tracking information, but I'm trying to minimize things into smaller little envelopes to make it more affordable for everybody, for you guys and for me. And yes, the item that I shipped to Australia, I put it as a 0 value, as a gift, and the post office said, well, we have to put a value of a penny. So hopefully you won't have any import tax on a penny. How can they tax? Seriously? I suppose if they want to, they could, but all right, $1.03. This is for Mr. Levi, who is sitting over by me chewing like crazy on his rawhide. Let's see if you can see him. Can you see him down there? He's just going to town. He's a happy camper. Oh, sorry. I hope I didn't make anybody dizzy doing that. He's a happy camper. Every time I give him a new rawhide, he's like at it. And you don't have to worry about him choking on it because his teeth are worn down so much that they're not as sharp. I mean, his jaw is still strong, but his teeth are, yeah, his favorite toys are rocks. You have no teeth when you chew on rocks. So this is a safety belt, a seat belt for Levi. This hooks into the seat belt of the car, and it is adjustable, so I can tighten it up and keep him on a shorter leash, so to speak, on the seat. If I don't want him getting, too far away, I can shorten this up. It's got a nice strong buckle clip, and this will keep him, because when we're on the road, I like to leave the window down a little bit, enough for him to maybe stick his nose out, but not his whole head. I don't need all sorts of crap blowing into his eyes and his ears and causing problems, but he likes the air. And I don't want him moving around a lot in the back with the camping gear. So he's got his own little seatbelt connector. This is a really sturdy nylon cord. Look at that. Nice nylon cord. Really nice the way this is made and stitched. Very, very nice quality. Solid. This feels like it might be stainless steel, but this is not even flexing. And of course, this is a standard clip. Reinforced. All that extra reinforced cross stitching and double stitching. How hard is he going to pull sitting in the car, right? Not very hard. Okay, we got more. Oh. Box. Big box. Don't know if I'm going to show you this yet, though. Hold on a second. There might be something else in the bag first. Oh, there is. I knew it. Okay. Let me empty this bag and move it out of the way. There we go. All right. Ta-da! $2.27. And this thing is huge. This is 36 by 18 by, I think, 9. This is a storage bag. This is a massive storage bag. Okay. Here's your zipper up top. Let's see if I can get into it. The corners do tuck in. Got to pull the corners out so we can actually get to the zipper. Okay, it's got a 2-way zipper on it. So you got 36 inches across. It's got 2 handles to hold it. This is a heavy, thick nylon. I don't know if you can see, this is like that parachute material. It's 24 inches from the top to the bottom. It's 36 inches across. So I pull out the corners. All right. And deep Side to side, it's about, let's pull it out, it's about 9 inches. This is what I call my gear bag. I had one of these for years, but it was that really heavy canvas, like duffel bag material. Remember duffel bags? For those of us who had family members and spouses in the military, this was a duffel bag material, but this one is nice nylon. This is a gear bag. My tent will fit in the bottom of this. My clothing, my kitchen items, my bathroom items, everything will fit in this one bag. Everything. My camping stove. The only thing that I won't put in here is food, and I will not put firewood in this, but everything else is going to go in this. And this is sturdy. This is going to hold up very, very nicely. If you look at how this is stitched, these handles are stitched all the way down the side. Can you see that? All the way down. They're stitched almost to the bottom. They're not going anywhere. And for $2 and change, you can't beat that. So that'll hold everything that I need. My tent has its own carry bag, but I don't have to hold it, keep it set aside separately. It will fit into here. Oh, hold on. Trying not to sneeze. All right. I got more. Let me put my knife away. Mr. Levi is up and walking around, and I don't want him coming anywhere near the blade. Hi, Mr. Levi. Let's get into this. This is a folding toilet. Multifunction folding toilet. So it can be a portable camping toilet, or it can just be a chair if you need it. And yes, it holds up to 300 pounds. So let me get this open. And I've already opened and checked it out, and I'm going to tell you I was refunded for it. And I'll show you in a minute while I was refunded, but I was refunded and told that I can keep it. All right, that I didn't have to send it back. Okay, nicely packed in a box. Even without the refund, after price adjustments on this was only $14.19. That's all this cost. So let me show you this little thing. This is it. This is a 12-inch diameter. So it's a foot around. This is the bottom, which as you can see, it's got all these little lumpies, these little star bumps. That's to keep it from sliding around. All right. You can leave it like that if you're going to put it on the ground. If you're going to put it on a tarp, you don't need to put anything on it. You're going to sit on it. It's not going to go anywhere. This is the top. And I'm going to show you how easy. This is only about 3 inches thick. So this is going to go into that bag that I just showed you. This will fit right in the carry bag. To open it, there's 3 holes on the bottom, like a bowling ball. You stick your fingers in there. The handles are on the top. You simply lift the handles. You pull. Oh, hold on. Did I lock it? I might have locked it. I have to unlock it. There we go. Pull and twist. And you pull and twist for as far up as you want. Want it only that far? Then that's where you do. Pull it and twist it. And there's your seat. Super, super solid. I sat on this thing. This thing is super solid. There's your toilet paper holder, which I'm not exactly going to use it the way it shows you. Just slide your toilet paper onto that little bar, which is very cute. But right here, it has 2 clips, and they're tight. Hold on. I got to turn it towards me to unclip it, because they are very tight. Come on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I forgot you have to squeeze down on the lid to unsnap it. All right. Got a little finger slot right here. If you can see that dent right there, it's got a little finger slot. You open your lid. There's your lid. And then you've got your separate seat. Yeah, tell the guys to lift the seat, right? If you look inside, you can see how it works. It's got 2 heavy-duty springs that hold it in place and that pull it closed when you close it. It's not going to close down on you when you sit on it, trust me, because when you pull it up and you twist it to the side, it locks in. To release it, you pull it up, twist it the other way, and it collapses. So there you go. 2 heavy-duty springs on the inside. Holes for ventilation. Very, very important. You don't want the gases coming up at you. So what do you do with this? Well, you all know how to use it, right? It's a toilet, but you need these. Oh, hold on. I gotta get my foot out of the way. All right. This was $3.50, and there's 15 of them in this. If I'm camping for a weekend, I don't need 15 bags. I need 1 bag. But this is a set of 15. These are 8-gallon bags, 30 liters or 8 gallons. And they're made specifically for camping toilets. They don't let the water out. They come in a roll like a regular trash bag. You get to the end, separate it off, put that down there. It even has the pull string when you want to remove it. But as you can see, it's not real big. That's it. That's the size of it. So what you do with this is when you have the top lid completely open, you lift the second lid, or what would be the seat. Put your little trash bag down inside. I'm going to put it down in there. Open it up like you would any other trash container, so that you have your bag sitting in there, and you close your top lid. There you go. You now have your waterproof, leak-proof toilet. So when you open this, you only lift this part of the lid when you need to change or remove the bag. So there's your bag. Close the lid when you're not using it, right? And lock it when you're not using it. Especially if you have it sitting outside. Animals, right? Okay. Now, why did I get a refund on this? Because this wonderful little thing I ordered because in the top, right here in the center, see that gap? There was supposed to be a unit to hold AAA batteries, and it would cast a light so that when you open the lid, you turned on the light, it was a motion sensor light. You would close the lid, the light would go off. When you would open the lid, it would cast light so that you were not using this in the dark in the campgrounds. And it completely was missing that light fixture that was supposed to go into the lid. So right up here, all right, there's a lock feature on the top for locking and unlocking, and that was to lock or unlock the battery compartment, but there's nothing there. So instead of them sending me the light fixture, they just refunded me the whole thing and told me I can keep it. Don't worry about it. Now, it's got the plastic bag in it. I can still lock it down on the sides with these little tabs. All right. And I can still close it as long as the bag is empty. I've now got it prepared to use. Fingers in the holes, pull out, twist in the opposite direction, down it goes. It does not stop it from closing. It still closes small as it was, but now it's ready for use. So when I get to my campsite, all I have to do is pull it up and open it, and it's ready. Right? Okay. Now, keeping with this idea, isn't that cool? Plus, it's an extra chair. If I didn't want to bring my collapsible chair, what I call my chair in a bag, you've all seen those, right? Using the baseball games and sports games and things like that. If I didn't want to use my collapsible chair, I could use this for sitting on. But if I'm sitting for a long time, I want a chair with a back on it, right? Okay. So keeping with that, so now we've got the toilet and we've got the bags for the toilet. Now we have the gel. $2.15 for the gel. And there are 10 packs in here. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen this because they didn't have this around in the day. In the day, you used to just use outhouses or 3-pound coffee cans or whatever you had handy. These little packs of gel, when you're done and ready to empty that bag, take that bag. In other words, if I want to empty that bag at the end of every day, I can. All right. If I want to empty that bag only after I'm ready to leave the campground after the weekend, I can do that too. Depends on how much I use it and what's in it, right? The good thing about this toilet too is I can also put any leftover food scraps or things in there as well and seal it up, and it won't smell because of the bag. It'll all be closed up. But these little powders, you open up one of these packets and just sprinkle it around in there. And what it does is it turns everything in there, because of the liquids, it turns everything into a gel. And the link that I have for these items down below in the description box, it has a video where you can actually see where it takes water or liquid and turns it into Flubber. Do you ever watch that movie? It literally turns it into Jello, or like not, I don't want to say a silly putty, but it's more like the Blob, like that kind of a Jello type thing. So that there's nothing liquid. Everything is all kind of stuck together like a Jello mold. And I know I'll never eat a Jello mold and look at it the same way twice. But that's what it does, so that you can just pick up the bag. Everything will be solid. It won't smell, your waste won't be leaking out of it, and you can just throw it in the garbage can at the campsite, because they do provide the dumpsters. So there's 10 of these in here for $2.15. That's a pretty good deal. For a weekend, again, I'll probably just use one, depending. All right. I might say, you know what, I'm not comfortable, I want to get rid of it, and I'll use one the first night and one when I leave the next morning. So this is a must. So this goes with the toilet. And I have something else that goes with the toilet. I'm going to show you this. This was $3.65. Do you remember going camping? Did you ever go camping in a tent? Back in the day, your toilet paper was usually put in a brown paper lunch bag, those little brown bags that we used for our lunches when we were kids in school. We would put the toilet paper in the bag, and my brother Mark and I, we would walk together to the outhouses or whatever facilities they had. And whoever had to go worst, usually it was me, I would take the little brown bag in with me, do my thing, come out, hang him the little brown bag. He would go and do his thing, and we'd walk back to the campsite together. So we know, they say if you got to go, don't go alone. That saying came from campers, right? You always make sure if you're walking through the woods someplace, you either have some protection with you, a dog, a knife, an ice pick, whatever, or a companion. So toilet paper, no more brown bags for this girl. This is what the toilet paper goes in. They have different styles of this, but this was kind of retro and multicolored, and I don't know, it just kind of reminded me. It's got like logs, a design of logs on it, and all sorts of other like camping and tenting things, designs on it. And I thought, you know what? This is really cool, and it's simple. And I don't ever have to take my toilet paper out of it or let my toilet paper be exposed. You unzip it, open it up. Now this is supposed to hold a mega roll. So I grabbed a mega roll. I'm going to put this down here on my lap to put this in here. Well, it's tight, but it holds it. I like that because it's nice and snug. It really holds it perfectly. Now, with these, you feed them from the center, not from the outside like you do if it's hanging on something. I didn't want to use that hanging thing on the side because I don't want the toilet paper exposed to the bugs and the mosquitoes and the dirt that blows around or whatever the case. It wouldn't be very sanitary. So this will work better. All you do with these is you go way to the inside, you grab the cardboard roll. This is the hard part. You have to separate the cardboard roll. You could do this before you put it in, I suppose. But you separate the hard and you pull that out. Okay, and I'm just going to untwist the excess that's wrapped around it. And I'm just going to stuff the excess back down in the hole that it came out of. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just wrapped around it. All right, there we go. These mega rolls have a lot. Okay, so now you've got the hole in the center, all right, where your tissue is going to feed out of. You take your tissue, you put it through the hole in the top here. There you go. Zip it up. And you hang it. So that's all that's exposed. And if I don't want that much exposed, I can either tuck it back in the hole or just tear it off. So it has the ring here. It also has a ring here. So if you wanted to hang it, in other words, on that bar, I would probably hang it this way so that the tissue is up and not pointing down towards the ground. So I'm just going to slide it over that toilet paper bar and it will be hanging off of there. Let me show you. Hold on. I'll open it up a little bit. Okay, I'm only going to open it up just a little bit. So there's the toilet paper bar on the side of this. I'm just going to take this ring and slide it on there. So as you can see, now it just sits. If it was open, if I open this all the way, of course, it'll hang freely. So now the toilet paper is hanging in an upright position. It's protected. I can hang it upside down from that same loop. Do it that way, but I don't want this hanging on the ground because it would put it too low. So, or you can double it up and put it that way. So it's sideways. So you have some options, but your paper is protected. Mr. Levi, why are you whining, sweetheart? So just this bag down. Love this. It folds so easy. I'm all about simplicity when I'm camping, right? So right now, my toilet is ready. I can take one or two of these, which I will do, and I will put them literally inside here. I'll just lay them on there so that when I'm ready, I know I'm not going to go through a whole roll in just a weekend. So one roll is all I really need. But I always do bring a backup roll. I don't know why I do that. In case something happens to it in the paper bag, probably still bring one. But anyway, I'll put one or two of these inside the zipper area here so that when I am ready, all I have to do is when I take my toilet paper down to put it away, I unzip it. There's my powder to get rid of, to turn into gel and get rid of the waste products. Compact, convenient, absolutely love this. Love it. RVs, regular campers, pop-up campers, tent camping. Even if you don't have a portable toilet and you need to bring toilet paper with you to an outhouse, hello, get a carabiner. Hook a carabiner on this, hook it onto your pants pocket, right? You can carry your toilet paper discreetly and protected. I love these things, right? Okay. What we got left? Let me put this away. Okay. Now, I ordered let me get into it here. Hold on, I got to pull up my phone. My orders, my orders, my orders. There we go. So I ordered a butane camping stove, and I was amazed at how quickly it came, and it did come very, very quickly. But I had a problem with it. So let me get into it. I was refunded in full for the camping stove. Get into my messages here. Okay. This was made and shipped from a company called Viva Creates. And Viva Create provides a lot of camping gear. This is a butane stove. There's a picture of it right on the front. So the first thing is they sent me the wrong item. This one is not just a blue picture, but the content is blue, and I ordered red. So I got the wrong item. Now, secondly, hold on a second. It comes in this nice little case, and I want you to look carefully. The case is not damaged in any way. No damages, no dents, no dings, no nothing. This case is in perfect condition. Nice latches on it. You slide the latches over to open the case. And when you open the case, you have your camping stove. You don't use your camping stove in the case because this case will melt. But I can't use this camping stove at all. And I'm going to show you why. The side of this is crushed. Can you see the dent right here? The side on this canister is crushed and it won't close. This piece right here will not close all the way, and that's where your gas can goes. And the piece inside is dented and broken. So I couldn't put a gas canister in here if I tried. All right, it's not even an option. Odds are it would either leak gas all over the place, leak the butane all over the place, or it would just explode. So I sent them pictures of the damages. And in conversing with them, I realized, wait a minute, this is dented, severe enough that it actually broke what's inside and it won't close. But the case is not dented. How does something on the inside of a case get dented and the case itself does not? Well, come to find out, someone had actually gotten this, and this was one that they don't all come with cases. This originally had been one, and I found this out from Temu. I'd been going back and forth with them. This showed up as a return for an item that never had a case. So they took a dented return and put it in a case and shipped it to me. Okay, that's about as low as you can get. Intentionally selling a damaged item, thinking that I'm going to be getting something new. No. So I got a refund and I have a new one on the way, which should be here in a couple of days. When it gets here, I will show you how it works. I got this because I'm familiar with these type. Basically, your butane can goes in here. This little lever goes up, all right? And the tip of your butane goes right there into that nozzle. It has a little pointy tip on it, just like the butane you would use to fill a cigarette lighter. It has that little tiny narrow tube on the end. The tube goes in there. You push this little lever down to lock it in. All right. Close the lid if it will close. And on the front, you slide this down into a lock position. That holds the can up tight. When you lock it, you hear ever so slightly like a little hiss. And that's the gas coming out of the can and being ready to be dispensed. If you hear that hiss continue, you got a problem and you need to unlock this and remove your gas can. So when you lock it down and the gas is in there, you have the nozzle. Here's your switches. This is an automatic ignition. This is a spark ignition, which is the reason why you can't have anything damaged or broken in there, because that spark could cause it to explode. You simply turn this knob all the way around until you hear a click, and you click it as many times as you need to until it ignites. All right? Pretty easy. When you're done using it, you just turn it up to off. You move this lever. Down here is a lock. You move it to open. You open the side. You lift this lever right there, and you pull out your canister and cap your canister. A typical canister, you'll get anywhere from 2 to 4 hours of constant burn time. But you don't cook for 2 to 4 hours. In an entire weekend, I wouldn't even go through one canister. Now, what I like about this, I don't like that it keeps opening. It won't close and stay closed. This is what holds, obviously, there's your flame area, and you have lots of jets. But this is your griddle. So your flame comes out around here, around the holes, just like a regular gas one would. All right. This is where it feeds in on the inside, where your gas feeds into it, your hose. Everything goes into here and poof, and it lights just like a barbecue would light when you push that button. It literally goes poof to a big flame, and then you turn it down to where you want it. But this is great because it stores itself, and you just flip it upside down, and there's your elevated for your pans, your pots, your whatever the case may be. Pretty cool, huh? Nice and compact. When it cools down, This is baked enamel on aluminum. It will clean up nicely. You simply just turn it upside down so it folds flat, and you put it right back into its case and cart it away. Easy to clean, easy to maintain, very lightweight. The whole thing, I don't even think it weighs 3 pounds. It's, as you can see, I've been wiggling it around. What doesn't have much. Takes butane. It conforms to ANSI standards, which is great. It is classified a camp stove for outdoor use as portable camp stove only, and you can't connect it to a permanent gas supply. It's just not set up that way. Butane canisters are not that bad. They're like I think I paid $4 for one. And that was up at Ace Hardware. I could probably even get it cheaper if I went to like Walmart's or something like that, but I just went up the street to get one. So there's the little camping stove. Be wary. If you ever get anything that's in a case and the case is in perfect condition, but you open your item and it's not in perfect condition, it's got a big dent or it's got gouges or scratches, you've been sent somebody's return, right? I did not have to, I made a stink. You know me. I have my voice. I hope I help you guys find your voice. You want to make sure that you use your voice and you speak up, that it's not acceptable. How did this get damaged if it's in a case and the case is not damaged? There's only one way. As Temu admitted, this more than likely, they're 99% confident because they have had returns of this blue item that this was damaged as a unit that came without a case, and the seller sold it to me inside a case, maybe hoping I wouldn't notice. I noticed. Of course I noticed. All right, let me turn that down. So I think that covers about everything I had to cover. I will tell you that I did cancel 3 Temu orders. I had placed several orders back to back. I had a ton of credits, and I placed several orders back to back. I think it was like 3 orders in a matter of 4 days. So the oldest order was maybe 12, 13 days ago, and the newest order was, I think, 10 days ago from today. None of them have shipped. Not one of them have shipped in 10 to 14 days. So 1 o'clock in the morning last night, I got a hold of Temu and I'm like, cancel, 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 cancel. The only one that I could not cancel on my own was my camping tent. The tent that I had was old, leaky, again, the type like a duffel bag, really heavy canvas with poles and metal stakes and everything else. And I trashed it. It was just not usable. I had ordered a new automatic pop-up tent, and it had been 10 days, and on a local warehouse, which is supposed to ship usually within 48 hours, 10 days it had not shipped. The seller, which is Vivacrete, or Vivacreate, the same place as the camping stove, did not respond to any of my text messages, because you can communicate directly by text when you purchase an item from a seller. They did not respond whatsoever. Temu was being very non-responsive, and I finally had it, and I went to my liaison at Temu, and I said, look, they haven't shipped it. It's not showing. The shipping status was updated a couple of hours, before I complained, and it's still sitting at the warehouse, and it says, oh, the seller is taking a short break, quote unquote, taking a short break. Seriously? Not with my money in hand and not without sending my product. So I put in a request for a refund, and hopefully, I still haven't gotten the refund. I reordered a new tent using credits that I still had. I still had probably $40 or $50 worth of credits. So I ordered a new tent from a completely different local warehouse at 10 minutes after 1 this morning. I got notification from that warehouse at about 11, quarter to 11 this morning. The item was shipped. It was already on its way to me. Right? Less than 12 hours, and it's already on its way to me. That's what a local warehouse should be. So heads up to all you guys. If you're dealing with a local warehouse and it's been 72 hours, 3 days, and it's not showing shipping status, you need to immediately contact Temu customer service and file a complaint, right? That it's local warehouse, it's supposed to be faster shipping, it hasn't been shipped yet, it's been 72 hours, whatever the shipping status says on it. And if you want to keep waiting, you can let them know. If not, they can. There's a little button now. It used to say urge shipment. Well, it still says urge shipment, but once you've urged it, if it still hasn't gone out, there'll be a little button that says speed up. Speed up means Temu is going to light a fire, supposedly, under the tail of the local warehouse to say, hey, you need to get this thing shipped like now. Well, that wasn't working with this particular order. It wasn't working with the tent. So I am waiting on the refund from the tent. And if they refuse to refund me, then I will do the refund. If they ever ship the tent to me, I'll send it right back and demand a full refund that way. I really don't, I mean, they haven't shipped it yet. The only reason I can think that they might ship it if they say, oh, we don't want a refund, so we better hurry up, ship our tent. Well, too bad. Temu already knows that I've ordered a replacement and that replacement is already on its way to me. So be mindful of that. Keep an eye on your orders. Don't just order something and don't go check on it for a week. Check on your order every few days or every other day at least until it is shipped. If you hit 3 days and it's not shipped, you need to act. Do not sit around and wait on it because you'll run into a problem like I did where it was 14 days or 10 days and nothing came out. So I canceled the orders. The rep at Temu was like, why are you canceling all your orders? I said, because you're not shipping timely. You're no longer shipping timely. All those orders were more than 10 days or more since I paid for them. And not a single one of them had left the warehouse, local warehouse, or even the Temu warehouse. I said, no, I'm not going to stand for that. If you can't ship within 72 hours, then I'm going to be canceling every order that I do. And that's how they learn. When people stop buying, that's how they learn. Remember how they learned not to charge us so much for our minimum order? And some of us now get it waived or get it reduced. They're learning, and it's up to us to teach them. So with that in mind, I have a tent coming. I have more stuff coming. I have a new camp stove, hopefully not dented, coming. So my trip, which was supposed to be in 2 weeks from now, on the week of the 13th, 12th, excuse me, starting the 12th for like 3 days, 4 days, I had to postpone that. So I had to cancel the reservation I had for the campsite, not knowing if my tent and everything else is going to come. And I'll have to make another reservation either later on in September or in October. So I'm still going. I just have to wait a little longer. In the meantime, like, share, right? Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. As you saw in the beginning, Mama is anxious to be back. I'm just not sure she's ready to be back to do videos with me at this point. And I'm not going to push it. But she insisted on saying hello to you guys because I read her all your messages and it just lights up her day. So keep them coming. If there's anything you want said to Mama, you just put it down in your messages and I will get it out to her. Subscribe. We are, I think, at 2,990 something. I mean, we're almost at 3,000 subscribers, which I'm floored with. Let's hit that 5,000 mark. I want to get that box out to somebody. Wouldn't that make a nice holiday gift? That nice huge box that I keep adding to, right? All right, guys, stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet. And I will catch you hopefully sooner than this time with my next Temu order whenever it arrives.